point.
You know, when I was really young, I was like, Dad, Mom, why don't we just eat our poo? We'll save money. And they're like, you're stupid. There's a lot of things when I was
save money.
We gotta have the. Okay, welcome back to another.
I was just talking to nothing. You didn't give me enough time to prepare.
Sorry, we'll do it again. All right, you ready? And welcome back to another night episode of News.
You really
Live.
took that to a whole nother level.
Dude, we're out here. Okay. We got great new equipment now. Pretty excited about that.
The equip.
What's
The
the brand of that? What is it?
Zoom. I'm a paid spokesman for Zoom. Just kidding. We're not sponsored.
Yes. Flat tummy tea.
I'm trying to get some flat tummy tea, bro. I'm trying to shit my brains out.
Would love diarrhea to get skinny.
You can get prune juice. Get sponsored by prune juice.
Dude, prune juice, it's actually healthy and it's natural. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I don't mind tasting things that taste like shit. So
Here's the thing. Like, here's the downside of those, like, flat tummy tea ads is, like, they're out there, like, get flat tummy tea. But, like, they don't show the other side of that where they are, like, destroyed on the toilet, just obliterating the toilet. Like,
And
imagine Kim Kardashian just fucking up the toilet.
how do you
With flat
develop
tummy
your
tea.
abs? Because
I just dump everywhere.
yeah.
Like, it's uncontrollable
Is that
dumpage.
healthy?
No, dude. I mean, you just...
Take a dump, ab squeeze, gains. Sweet gains.
Did you know up to 5 days without pooping can be up to 15 pounds of sludge, I believe? That's what they call it. 15 pounds of sludge.
Get ripped.
15 pounds?
Yes, dude.
Do people go that long?
What do you mean go that long?
You said 5 days?
Yeah, some people, like, don't go for, like, if you're, like, stopped up. One time I went I think I went, like, 4.5. I just couldn't poop and just never stopped coming out when it finally did.
I think for me, it was like a day was the longest, and I was eating gum at the time. You know, I'd like swallow my gum.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was.
Did you see your gum in your poop?
I don't think you can. Can you? Is that a thing? I
Yeah.
know it held up traffic.
Oh!
It's
You ever, like, see corn in your poo and you're like, that's pretty cool.
It makes it all the way through.
Yeah.
It's like,
If you don't
wonder what
chew
it
it up,
sees.
then it just, I guess your body doesn't digest it, right?
yeah.
Your body's
Wow.
like, nah, we.
I want to see where corn sees.
Follows like the law of matter where it can't be created or destroyed. It's just eternal.
Corn. Corn is the answer to everything, dude.
Corn is black matter.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Could you just eat corn
All the time.
all
And
the
you
time? If
Like you just have a corn poo. Like
And then you
nothing
eat-
but corn.
and then you
Cornhole.
eat your poop.
no, you can't.
So you,
no.
I think at that point,
You know, when I was really young, I was like, Dad, Mom, why don't we just eat our poo? We'll save money. And they're like, you're stupid. There's a lot of things when I
you
was
save money.
Yeah, you know, drink your urine, eat your poo, you'll be good. I think we already talked about this
You're
hashtag
playing
urine stories.
Financial advisor.
I got to link the other.
yeah.
That's how I'm going to
Call
start.
back humor.
You got to link the other episodes. So, yeah, we talked about peeing on one of the episodes. So, anyways, welcome back to another great episode of Table Talks. I'm your host with the most, Kody Otis Bernier. We got
Otis.
some sick new merch.
Merch table. It's
Okay,
there.
here
It's in. It's hot.
We're going to have a booth. Pop-up shop. That's the cool thing now. Anyways, join with me today is
I believe I go by Malik _ Knox. Malik Knox everywhere else.
we got to get you consolidated to one. I got to get
Yeah,
you
It's
consolidated.
got to dodge my haters. You know what I mean?
You know, that's understandable.
That underscores. That
They're coming
separates
for you.
them. Yeah,
They're
exactly.
coming for you.
All
I
right.
hear Jeff. You know what that means. He's about to make an
Oh,
appearance.
it's
in the-
showtime.
He heard
New
the
model
cameras.
for our merch.
Anytime we record the podcast, Jeff is just, he's like,
We should give him a hat
Yeah.
to wear every time he comes
Jeff
in.
was here. Also join with us today. God, what is your... It's been a couple weeks, man.
Yeah. Who are you again? You're.
I forgot about me.
It's I just like to try new faces out. Sometimes you're good.
Faces that are like not you. If you could, that would be.
It's not that I don't like you guys. It's just that so you got to keep it fresh. Keep it. The second that I can get a celebrity on here, you guys are so fucking gone. Not even.
Of course.
I'm just using you for clout.
We'll start our own podcast.
We got our own podcast
with blackjack and hookers. So
your podcast is literally going to be like right over there.
Yeah,
Table talks. You're going to call it talk tables.
And we're literally just going to be shouting over your podcast the whole. So RJ, what did you think?
Welcome back. It's like, can you keep it down?
And then we'll get Naj on.
Yeah. He'll have Brad. Did I ever tell you how much Brad Pitt sucks in all his movies? Because he does.
I've said this before. I think he's just a pretty face.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Is he?
How dare you? He was awesome in. I don't know any Brad Pitt movies.
I'll give him one. Fight Club. That was bad.
Oh, he was in Fight Club. I actually like that.
Yeah, good movie, but
I can't think of anything that I really
Snatch.
loved his acting.
What?
Snatch. He was in Snatch. That was good. Snatch. It was diamonds. The pikey, eh? With the mean hook. The pikey. Really?
Nah, sorry, man.
That's fire.
It's coming from the guy who loves the reality TV show The Mole.
The Mole is the greatest reality TV show ever. I stand by that wholeheartedly.
Also coming from the guy who loves Nicolas Cage.
He's solid. What
He's a great actor. Do you think Nicolas Cage is a good actor, RJ?
I think he has one specific role he could play, and that's pretty much a psychopath.
Yeah, creepy guy.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the grid of him? And it's like, what kind of Nicolas Cage are you today?
He could play a psychopath. I hate to say it, but he could play a really creepy, fucking weirdo and some
pedophile.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Lovely Bones?
Yes.
You
was
could
he
literally put him in Lovely Bones.
I just thought that for a second. I was like, was he in Lovely Bones?
Yeah, right. Like it kind of.
Have you seen
fits
Lovely
him.
Bones?
I have not.
It's a creep. This guy steals a girl.
He could play a teacher, maybe if he's not fucking off
It's
the
a weird
rails.
Science teacher.
That's maybe it.
Just Nicolas Cage slander.
I'll give you Con Air. I'll give you Con
Air.
That's about it.
Imagine how much worse Breaking Bad would have been if Nicolas Cage would have been Heisenberg. It would have been canceled.
The
after
whole
the
like
second
I'm the one who
season.
knocks scene. I'm the one who knocks. It would have been like, okay, well, this is weird. Can we
Alternate
stop?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Nick Cage is Wolf of Wall Street.
Stop. No.
I ship it.
No.
Ship it, plant it.
No.
Stamp it. We have Easter coming up. Probably by the time this airs, it will be Easter. Do you guys have any Easter festivities? Any Easter traditions?
Yeah, I bury fucking eggs in my yard and find them. Sure, like
It's a weird tradition when you think about it. It's like there's just this random fucking rabbit that drops a bunch of eggs and puts candy in them, and you got to go in a pasture and find them.
like who the hell is this for?
Yeah.
Like who's pleased by this? Does Jesus like this? Can we really?
Eggs.
Yeah.
Does Jesus need the eggs?
Jesus doesn't need the eggs.
I will say though, if you're smart, they can have the eggs and whatever, but you can eat them afterwards.
Yeah.
If you make real eggs.
Yeah. No. Fucking real eggs.
Just
I
realize
get
something.
the plastic ones.
Here's why I love Easter.
Why?
Why Easter is arguably
The big chocolate.
the best season ever.
The big chocolate thing.
You're wrong already.
All right.
Reese's eggs.
Reese's,
Perfect
yeah.
chocolate
I'll
peanut
give
butter
that to 'em.
ratio.
Yep.
Until the Halloween Easter Reese's pumpkins come around, I got nothing to deal with.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really eat Reese's
That's-
unless it's seasonal.
Because you get 2 cups and it's like $1. Like, bro, that's 50 cents a pop. Come on, let's chill out, Reese's.
It's like I'll eat
they're
I'll eat
worth it,
Reese's
but-
when I acquire them.
Yeah, if someone's like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." But like the king size, even 4 is like $2. I'm like,
Respect the goat. But whatever.
respect the
Yes,
I like
you
Milky
guys wanna
Ways.
be- I'm gonna shun you
dude.
eternally.
I'll give you that. That was-
Shun.
Thank you, fucking creep.
Unshun. You're wrong. Reshun.
My mom growing up gave me like me and my brother. She's like, "Okay, so what we're gonna do? You guys have to close your eyes and go find all these like eggs and shit." And they're hidden around the house. And I accidentally ran across one of my mom's dildos growing up.
Fun.
I was
That
looking
is-
in her room, and
Is this still on Easter?
yeah, I found my mother's dildo on Easter.
Hey, that's an Easter egg of a different sort, I guess.
That's her Easter egg of adventure.
Easter egg. You reveal a dark past.
I was like, Mom, what the fuck is this? She's like, ah! I mean, I'm like 11, 12 years old at this point. Yeah, we don't have to go down that road. Sorry, Mom. Love you. Definitely not clipping that.
That's staying.
You got to go to YouTube for that. I cannot clip that. But yeah, you ever ran across any of your parents' sex toys?
Unfortunately, yeah.
You have?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Holly?
Yeah.
Oh man, what kind of stuff she have?
Exactly what you found, buddy.
Dildos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so
Good
unfortunate.
Lord.
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't remember what the setting was, but I used to just, like, sleep in my parents' bed all the time because it was comfy.
Yeah.
And I don't remember when this happened, but I was just, like, in the bed, and I just hit something underneath the pillow, and I was like,
She put a dildo underneath your pillow.
it was
It's
hers.
like the fucked up tooth
was-
fairy.
That's why I said their bed.
You had a big day.
I've never told her this, so she's
Hold on,
watching
you're sleeping
this.
in her bed or you're sleeping in your bed?
I was sleeping in her bed.
Okay,
That's
I
what
thought
was
she
saying.
went to your room
Like,
and put
say
a
it's the
dildo.
weekend or something. I'm watching like cartoons. I was a little kid, so I'm like, fuck it, let's go sleep in the comfy bed.
No. God, no.
That's why I learned not to sleep in the comfy
Yeah,
bed.
hell no, dude. Don't. So, long story short, you came across the old dild. It was a traumatizing. Did you bring it up to her?
No, she said.
Did you know what it was?
Yes.
Yeah. When you were like, this goes in my mom's vagina.
God.
I asked my dad. I was like, Dad, I found this thing that looks like a big peen in Mom's cupboard, and he was like, oh, he's good. He's good on the spot. He's like, oh, she needs it for medical use. I was like, okay. I didn't believe it, but I just wanted to believe it. I was like,
You
that
gotta
makes
just-
sense. He's like, yeah, it's for medical use. Oh God, you ever come across your mom's dild?
Thank God, no. I haven't come
Anything?
across anything. Like, I mean,
Like a porn mag?
I know, like, yeah, they'll have like some DVDs or some shit they bought from like some. So I'd be like, all right, they have porn collections, but that's about it. I haven't found any damning evidence, if you will.
You ever? Okay, that's good. Have you ever come across? Never mind. We're gonna stop this. I feel like if I keep talking about this, there's some things that I can say, some things that I can't say. My mom will be like, "Well, we're not talking anymore."
Have you caught your parents masturbating? No.
I've caught my mom doing so much shit, dude. I probably caught my mom more than she's caught me. You know, like growing up, you don't want to get caught jaying off. I've caught I walked in one time and parents were doing it. I'm like, yo, it's like 3 PM. Like, what are you expecting? So, yeah.
Hey, when you have kids, you got to, find pockets of time. You know?
I feel bad though because growing up, like I'd always wanted to go in their room and like just hang out. I was like, what are you guys doing?
You probably ruined
What's
so
that?
much.
And my dad
That's
was
the
probably
thing.
so pissed off. He's like, I'm trying to fuck your mother. Get out.
As a kid, you're
You
just like,
probably the worst.
as a kid, they're not parents; they're your friends. So
Yeah,
you're
you're
just
like, what are you guys doing?
What's
You
up?
watch the TV? Can I come?
All right, third wheel. Yeah, sure, third wheel.
No,
What?
and I'll be like
You want-
right in the middle. I'll be like, yeah. And next thing you know, my dad probably fucking hated me. He's like, I'm just trying to fuck your mother. God dang it. All right, let's get off this topic. Sorry. I say all that to say, do you have any kind of Easter traditions?
No, the eggs,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I got my first guitar on Easter, so I will
Really?
never forget that. Yeah,
That's pretty cool,
yeah.
but it's not. Why?
Why
Why that holiday?
we got gifts on Easter. It was a thing for a while.
Hey, third Christmas.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah.
Christmas is your birthday.
Ooh. But what if your birthday is like on Christmas or day
Is it
after?
double
Then
Christmas
God
or is
hates
it
you.
less?
It's not. You literally get a present for your birthday, and then like the rest is your.
That's sad.
It's literally like half of each.
So you gotta have it pretty.
Me, mid-May, I'm like right in the middle of Christmas and not, you know what I mean? Good
Mid-May,
time.
yeah.
Good
It
time.
gives them time to save up. My
It's
mom.
peak birth is what it is. Peak birth.
That is peak birth. That means they start fucking around in October.
That's fair.
You're a Halloween baby. Halloween baby. Nah, you're more like end of. They probably fucked on September 11th.
9/11. It was a very erotic day.
Day that
Just-
lives in infamy. Sorry.
Something else I want to knock down. Those boots.
You know, and like, because our job, we have to take credit card information, and like, when they're like, "Oh, it's," I always gauge the month because we have to take that on the credit card. I'm like, "And what's the expiration?" They're like 9. I'm like, "Oh, that's September." And then I know September and like coordinates. They're like, "Oh, it's 10," and I was like, "Oh, that's October 2 after September." Like I use September as like a point of reference.
I know. I use that, and then also for like July, I know it's 7 because for Independence Day or whatever, and then I use that for June. Yeah, and then May, I use May the 4th to be with you.
Oh, see, I'm
Star
super.
Wars Day.
I'm super gay. I'm like, oh, May, Dylan's birthday.
Yeah,
Dylan's
5.
birthday's in May. You're October. Jeff's in November. You're May. My brother,
When's
February.
Your birthday? I'm just kidding. Yours is the easiest to remember because it's Justin Bieber's birthday too.
Shut up! Why do you have to say that? Why do you have to say that? Every year I get outshined by that no talent. No, I'm just joking. He's really talented. He really is.
I could have sworn you were a fan.
But
of Bieber,
every single
whatever.
I'm a super Bieber fan. Love Biebs. But I'm like every year it's like I get outshined by him. It's like, oh, it's Bieber's birthday. I was like, it's also my birthday too. But you know, who cares?
There's an unnamed person who always is low key like lurking but never subscribing, who pegged you for a Bieber fan out the gates.
Who?
You know who this person is. She's watching now, and we're on to you. You better sub.
No, I'm
Or I'll
serious.
start
Oh,
calling
you talking
sub.
about Rahawat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, Rahawat. Get your shit together. She comments all the time. Doesn't subscribe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Ghost. Yeah.
That
Interesting.
person.
All right, we're going to go on our sponsor break. If you're interested, we do have a sponsor, Kristen.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sticker chick.
boom.
We will link her. She's given us a Table Talks mug, also a Table Talks shirt.
I want one of those.
She
Can
will
you buy
also
those?
be paying our
Yeah,
table
yeah,
talk
I'm gonna hit her
debts.
up. She's also going to be paying our rent. She doesn't know this until right now.
It's super
So,
awesome. So
You know, we'll just go ahead and slide you the bill.
What about the
Sorry.
bills like power and?
Yeah, no, she's definitely paying AC.
Cool.
You know, we're going into the summer months. She's definitely paying AC. But you know, if you're interested in sponsoring, Kristen could use some help with the bills.
yeah. We'll set a GoFundMe up to get her out of the crippling debt that we've caused her.
We just had a tree go down, so we might need you to go out there and chop that up soon.
I think I don't even live here, but emotional damages from seeing the tree and hearing about
He
it
deserves
fall.
some kind of financial compensation.
It's like worse than mesothelioma.
Kristen,
which-
you got your work cut out for you.
So that's what you have to look forward to if you want to be a sponsor of this show.
Nobody's ever gonna sponsor again now.
Like, why the fuck would I want to be a sponsor? We're going to go on our sponsor break. All right. It's fine. I was just kind of an idiot. All right. Well,
What's new?
I was trying to like fix my hat. And it's like, yo, just chill. So, how are you guys today?
I'm great.
Decent, I guess. Yes.
I don't want to bring up the elephant.
Oh.
Okay, we're not gonna. I feel like I told him this, so we all work together. Used to work together, and I was like, you know, RJ has never been happier in his life
No,
to not
honestly,
work for some place.
don't-
I was like, you know, normally when somebody stops working somewhere, a little depressed, you know, I was like, I think he's happy. I was
Bro,
like, I honestly believe that he's a better person now.
I'm telling you, when I left there, I was like, I can't believe it. Like, it was a beautiful day outside. I was
Yes.
leaving. I was like, I can't believe it happened. Yeah.
It really happened. I was like, you can ask Malik. I was like, man, he's gonna text me so mad. And then I get a text from him, and it's like, I'm free. And I was like,
I always say, with any job, there's the two happiest days are the day you get it and the day you leave that gate of hell.
that's
Yeah, dude, it's like
that
there's
dystopian.
There's a spectrum that you go through with work. You go into it and you're like, great, awesome, I got this job, awesome, it's gonna be great. You get into it and you're like,
There's a curve. There's a curve.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then you're like,
I'm right there.
get me out of here. Bro, I feel like you were there for the past 5 months.
Oh yeah, dude, I was fucking I put myself on autopilot.
Do you ever like when you're applying to a job, just a job you haven't even gotten yet, and you're like, I wonder how long it's gonna take before I hate this job?
Yes.
And you're like,
Yeah.
What's my expiration?
That's what like. There's some that like I've applied to, and I'm like, I kind of low key hope I don't get that now.
Yeah.
I
You
start
apply?
thinking about it, and I'm like, that could really suck after a while.
Yeah.
So
I want my like not sucky period to be at least 6 months. 6 months of me being like, I like it. It's not bad. You know, it's not my dream job, but it's not bad. And then after that, it's just, you know, whatever happens.
I need that
roll
thing
the dice.
that's gonna be like I can do this without hating myself for the rest of my life, which was very much the Murphy Verizon for a while, because I was like, I would go in and I was like, I don't hate this, and like before work I would be like, it's cool,
Yeah.
let's go to work.
I don't mind to not like it, but if I hate it, then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't have to be in love with fucking selling cell phones
Blank.
to somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought-
You
Yeah.
know, but like, you know, if it's not horrible, the people are nice. So
Yeah, it's like the people you work with make everything.
yeah, I can honestly say the people I work with now are really great. It's just the job itself I just kind of get worn out with. So I'm like,
Mixed bag, very person.
speak for your fucking self.
You ever get like those when, you know, they always have you get to know about the new person or something, and it'll have them answer questions, and you just read those questions that help you learn more about that person. What's your dream house? All this, and it's just like, I would never fucking hang out with this person like, in my life.
Oh man, are you talking about like the questionnaires? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
this is Kody. He's the new hire. What do you like to do for fun, Kody?
And it's
I'd like
just
to play cards.
I like
Sounds
to
a
set up
fucking
cheese
douche.
boards.
Fucking cheese boards,
And this was a brie.
dude.
Like, if you don't fucking kill
Honestly-
me or yourself.
If you're like can name off like 2,000 different cheeses, I think that's kind of low key fire.
I agree. I am
I
in the
guess.
exact opposite of that.
I'm like, yo, what do you like to do on the weekends? They're like, I actually go to cheese tasting festivals, and I'm actually like a judge at them. And I'd be like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
I feel like you
I'd be
couldn't
like,
go
what a
overboard with
legacy
that.
you've left on this earth.
When
What
you-
can you pass?
Jeez.
Are you gonna pass this knowledge on to your children so they can be the keepers of cheese? You fucking
Imagine
idiots.
going on a date. And you're
Like-
like, so what do you do? It's like, oh, I'm a cheese judge, and it's like, you're what?
Like,
I'm sorry, you said
you know, there's like people dying in this world.
you
right?
said you like to make fudge. No, I'm a cheese judge.
Oh, I almost
exactly-
respected you.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, you know, here we go.
Well, there goes our cheese-loving fan base. But
I feel like there's
Damn it! I thought it was
we
like
really had a niche. But
there's no way somebody could do that for a living. Tell me, can we find somebody who judges cheese and pays the bills with judging cheese?
Here's the
I'm not talking USDA. Like,
judging anything, RJ.
are we gonna
Minus
search for-
you're like an official, like an ex-member. Like if you judge, like I don't know, what's like what's an amateur thing, like fucking.
if you're a movie
Porn.
critic, is that what you're talking about?
Oh,
If you're a
heaven,
movie
that-
critic, if I ask you what you do and you're like, I'm a movie critic, you are paid to pull movies apart, but you don't act in them. What do you do? You just pick them apart. I will say some movie reviews are amazing.
yeah,
Yeah. One movie review was so bad. It was like this movie is basically a train and it went off the rails, and that said train killed a village of people. And I was like, "There's like that
my
is the
God.
movie in a plot." And I was like, "Hell yeah!"
What was that?
dude.
Watchmen?
Oh, Watchmen Slam. I kind of like Watchmen, but Watchmen Slam.
Do you mean Watchmen? Is that like the superhero esque?
Superheroes, yeah.
I didn't
That-
like that movie.
That was the #1 movie. I wondered why I even watched afterwards.
no, RJ.
I'm just it was that
Any
was just
Nicolas Cage movie is what I
They
wonder.
just got shunned.
There's this little square right there. Any Nicolas Cage movie, I'm like, wow, I can't do this. Minus Con Air. I'll give you Con Air and National
Air.
Treasure. We gotta keep bringing this up because Con Air and National Treasure is two fire ones. You ever watch something when you're severely fucked up, either like drunk or high? You're like, there's no way
Yes.
this is actually happening. I'm dreaming this, and then you watch it back when you're sober, and you're like, no, it's
Oh,
that
this
trippy.
Please let me explain the scene from Alien Resurrection, the end of Alien Resurrection. First time I ever was under the influence of marijuana. It wasn't the first time. It was one like around then. I watched Alien Resurrection with a friend. I only caught like the ending of it, but like if you watch the ending scene, this alien in HD gets sucked out of a hole of a spaceship about this size. You see his body just get sucked to the wall, and his from here just gets for like a minute 30 straight. You're just watching the alien just fucking. And his guts are going out into space, and slowly by slowly, it's just bone. His head.
But they really like went all out on that shot.
Went in on that scene.
You're like, wow, this shot is still going.
I'm like, I'm never smoking weed again. This is awful.
I can't smoke and watch acting, man, because I don't see them as movies. I see them as actors acting. Like I'm like,
you see the film set.
We're all in a shell.
Yeah, dude. Like like acting is suspension of disbelief. When I smoke and watch movies, I'm like, these are actors rehearsing lines.
I see the lighting setup.
I see the lighting. I see the cinematographer. I see them going over this scene 10 times before this was shot. It's weird. I can't do it. I'm like, I can't watch TV.
Yeah,
it's weird. I don't understand it. But yeah. So never saw that before. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. Pull it up someday. It's kind of life changing.
We got a couple more minutes. Want to bring up some serious ones. We talked about this before you left us with, at the job. Maternity photos. Do you remember us bringing that up?
Yes.
And people who take photos of themselves being pregnant with said person who got them pregnant. How do we feel about this, guys?
I feel like, why? It is a celebration.
Why not? Go ahead, say it, Malik.
It's a celebration of you just getting cream pie. Like, I'm just...
When people take pictures of them being pregnant, it's like, hey, he busted in me.
Raw in the cooter. Right in the cooter.
Right in there. And here's evidence of it. And it's like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
You want to do it, don't
no,
you?
No. I don't.
Yeah, he wants to do it.
What?
You want to take maternity photos?
No.
You're going to be the one where
really
you take the
no,
you kiss
God,
the stomach.
No, God, no.
That shit's so awkward. You kiss the stomach.
None of that. I don't really care. Why?
What if she's like, RJ, I want to go take
You could say the same thing about when you see a kid with a couple anyways. Like, oh, look, they had fucking sex.
Well, that's like a family photo.
Okay, but
That's different.
it's only because you associate that with like, oh, it just happened within 9 months. That's the only reason you feel that weird, I think.
No,
I don't care about the photos, but
no,
that's
it's while
what I'm
they're
saying.
still pregnant.
Yeah. But you only say that's weird. You only say like, oh, she got cream pied because it just happened.
Well, I feel like it's this. I mean, you could say the same argument for if they're just taking pictures together. It's like, oh, we're celebrating us essentially having sex with each other.
Cream pie.
Or
Because
what
that is
if
a nasty word.
Cream pie. I'm definitely gonna have to bleep that out.
Sorry.
I'm gonna get demonetized.
We bought very cheap condoms, so now we're gonna celebrate.
And it's just like, yo, so we're super pregnant and we have to let everybody know. And I want to go out on this fucking overlook with.
I think that's what it is now.
the
Is they have to
horse. Like, why do you need a horse for everyone to know that you're pregnant? Okay,
dude, look, the horse. Why are horses majestic?
Yeah.
I think
you bought lifestyle condoms. Congrats. All right.
now.
Shit on lifestyle.
Okay. Here's a thought. Maternity photos aren't bad. It's just people have turned it into this fucking event. So they have to take all these photos, right, and prepare it, like prepare the post, write the paragraph, and let it all out. Open the floodgates.
I just want to let everybody know how much this man means to me because he skeeted up in me.
Okay.
And it's like,
Now, on the flip side of that, if you were to do this back in like, let's say the 90s, you just took maternity photos and you just had like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool to see later down the line. Oh, look, there's me in my mom's belly, you know?
I still don't want to take a maternity
Keep
photo.
it simple.
Yeah,
don't
I
take
don't
it on
think
the
they're
fucking
needed.
Keep
beach.
it simple, stupid. Kiss. I'll even go by the kiss method. Keep it simple, stupid.
I say hide your shame.
Or maybe
Hide all
just
of
don't
it.
take maternity photos. Just have photos of your mom when she's pregnant, because that's kind of cool to see, like old school cool.
Yeah. I'd say,
Buy an IUD and keep it moving.
oh my God. Take photos before, take photos after. You know, my mom took photos in the delivery room. Like, I saw pictures of me coming out of her womb. And I was was like,
Who was the
How
person
many
behind
"Who
the
do you
traumatic
think, man? Who the fuck do you
experiences?
think?" My dad was like,
Hey.
It's sweet.
"Yo, Joyce, I need angry from you, angry." And I'm like, "Oh my god, dude." Yeah, I saw it. Also, when like newborn babies, like their testicle tape, like if they're a dude, they come out red. Like your testicles are like
Red balls.
Yes,
Ha.
like your sack is red. Like it's not bleeding; it's just red.
And there's a lot of things that come out not so normal.
Imagine
upon
like
birth,
cutting an
and then-
umbilical cord, dude.
Well, I mean, the person that's responsible for that, I would hope, is fucking used to it by then.
No, the dads are supposed to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's like a thing. Like my dad cut the umbilical cord. They're like, "You
Well.
want to cut it?" I'd be like, "What the fuck? No."
Well, never
I'd
mind.
have like a samurai sword. I've been waiting my whole life for this.
You get a
He's
high-
like, "Whoa, sir!" You're like,
he's heating a
It's my
blade on the
ninja way.
he's wielding it. What is it where like the stone is going around and he's like sharpening it and there's like he's like just give me about 30 seconds, man. He's like wielding it and then he's like, "Shh."
I would just love to see the operating room, like everybody in masks and shit. Just
This dude brought his own wielding stone.
The soul
He
of
is sharpening
Nobunaga
that
flows
sword.
through me.
that's a great.
And then you just like get ready. Miss accidentally cut the guy who was holding the umbilical cord's arm off. So where can people find you guys?
Gigalactic.
This is at Gigalactic everywhere.
Gig.
Do you want people to know you're private? I'll start linking your private if you.
No.
Okay,
no,
not there yet. Not there yet. Okay. Keep it moving. My bad. Keep it simple, stupid. Where can people find you, sir?
You can find me staring at my favorite tree in between work shifts.
Can we talk about that for a second? Just real quick. We have a thing on our break because sometimes work is
to
like
calm our rage from
mentally
the absolute
like
hell.
mental. It's like kind of like mental. I don't know, like what is it? Trauma.
Yeah.
During the day?
Trauma's a good word.
So I have a
yes.
tree on my break that I go and I walk out and I just kind of look at the tree, and I'm like, wow, I feel better.
Yeah.
Just
stare
looking at
tree.
the tree. It's my tree.
Not gonna lie, RJ, I've been staring at your tree once you left.
Ooh, shit.
Sorry. All right. I know it's
Yeah,
early,
after you come
but
back, I'm like, how's your tree? It's like, it's still there, still green.
No, I had a routine there. What I would do, I would literally walk all the way through the mall and walk all the way back. It wasn't like super de-stressing because I'd run into people and shit,
Yeah,
but I get to
that's
listen to
people
music.
Yeah.
So
music.
yeah.
All right. You can find me on the line at Kody Bernier everywhere. KODYBERNIER. Have to spell it out. Last week, Naj was phonetic. He's like, N like Nancy, A like Apple, J like
wow.
Jerry. And I'm like, Naj Murph, NAJMURPH. Let's go. If you enjoyed this week's episode, like, comment, subscribe, slide into DMs. If you're interested in sponsoring, we would love to send you our bills. We're more than happy to do that.
Power, gas,
I've
water.
got expenses.
Yeah. Also,
Wi-Fi.
I do have a big porn addiction, so like
Huge.
Brazzers.
Okay.
browsers ain't cheap. They're going up. So I'm gonna really need you to
Sex doll technology has really stepped it up.
skyrocket.
Like,
Again,
it's been a good year.
It's been a good year, and those dolls ain't cheap. Let's be honest. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. But we are out. Badoo.